This young lad is standing mainly on his left lower limb, and the right lower limb is in equinus at the ankle, and he's barely touching the toes on the ground. Now you start walking up, chale. Look at his tongue. He's barely putting his weight on the right lower limb. Immediately takes off weight and the body sways on the same side. When you look at from the lateral profile, the hip is hardly moving. There is no movement at the hip. So there is fixed hip gait with a short limb, with the body swaying on the same side. This is, he hardly has any weight bearing on the right lower limb. He just takes support and quickly takes off the weight from the affected limb. Okay.
Sir, what position do we place the patient while inspection? Do we try to place the limbs parallel or we don't touch?
No, you don't touch the patient at all. You let the patient lie the way comfortably he is lying. So you're not touching the patient because you're just inspecting the way he is lying. Okay? Right. Go ahead.
Yes. Sir, I would like to go ahead with palpation. No? Sir, palpation on during 20 degrees of adduction on the right side, the pelvis is getting squared, sir. And Thomas test is suggestive of 45 degrees of fixed flexion deformity. As far as the movements are concerned,
I think you should go in a very sequential manner so that you are not, so that you do not miss anything, right? So you start touching your patient. So when you start touching your patient, you find out the level of the anterior spherical spine. But how do you find the level of the anterior spherical spine?
Sir, I first palpate the pubic symphysis, and then from medial to lateral along the inguinal ligament I'll travel, sir, with my fingers.
Okay.
Whatever is the first most prominent bony point will be the anterior superior iliac spine, sir.
Fair enough. That's right. Okay.
Sir, bilateral femoral pulses are well felt.
Before that, you should be able to find out the the girth of the iliac crest itself. Once you have marked your anterior superior iliac spine, at the same time pass your thumb onto the iliac crest itself. Find out if there is any thickening, is there any difference on either side, because you have the normal side, you have a normal limb as well as an abnormal one. So any difference between the two, because then you come down. Yes.
Sir, there is the bilateral femoral pulses are well felt. No lymph node enlargement.
Which lymph node involved are you looking for?
Sir, superficial and deep inguinal lymph nodes, sir.
Okay.
They are not enlarged here.
Okay.
Sir,
do you think the hip, which lymph node will drain the hip joint?
obturator, superficial and deep inguinal.
Will it go to superficial inguinal lymph nodes? No. So where does it go ultimately?
Deep inguinal.
Deep inguinal lymph node. All right.
We are done with inspection. We will start with your palpation. As the order is usually listen, then look, feel, move, measure.
Yes.
So you are at feel now.
Sir,
and make sure that from now on you always speak about comparison.
Yes.
Always, because this is a normal limb, as you just told, that there's no history of the opposite side.
Hmm.
So I think you can compare things and start presenting a peripheral joint at least with comparison.
Okay. So on palpation, there is no local rise of temperature. There is no superficial or deep tenderness. On bitrochanteric compression also there is no pain. The bilateral femoral pulses are well felt. The right-sided anterior superior iliac spine is at a higher level than the left side. Both the iliac fossa.
How did you ascertain that the right anterior superior iliac spine is at a higher level? How did you ascertain? Just show me that. Demonstrate.
So this is what Dr. Piyush is doing. He is going to the right of the patient. You always do the examination from the right, and he is trying to place the patient with comfort. He is also going to speak to the patient while doing anything to the patient. We must keep on talking to him. And please speak out, Dr. Piyush. How will you palpate the anterior superior iliac spine?
Sir, I would first like to ask the patient to lie in a comfortable position, sir. After that, I would like to palpate the pubic symphysis. From pubic symphysis, by sliding my fingers laterally, I will feel the first bony prominence and mark that as the anterior superior iliac spine, both on the left and the right side. Here I can clearly see that the left side is at a higher level than the right side, sir.
Which side is higher?
The right side is higher than the left side.
You see, in this patient, the deformity appears to be quite obvious,
Yes.
and it appears to be relatively grotesque deformity. At times, you may have a very much less deformities. So, for asserting the level of the anterior superior spine, you must come at the same level to look at it. You cannot look it from the top. You cannot look it from the top or from the end. You have to palpate, and once you palpate your anterior superior spine, come down at the same level. Then only you can appreciate. Okay?
Okay.
This is what you call it removing the parallax. Okay? Until you are at the same level, you will not be able to appreciate it. However, in this patient, there is a grotesque deformity, but when you are squaring the pelvis, you will have to come at the same level to appreciate that they have come at the same level. Okay?
Okay, sir.
Right.
So Dr. Piyush, you can go from the same side and continue with the examination. For the recording purpose, he will be on the other side, but he had just told that we should be doing it from the right side, and sir has clearly mentioned that your eyes and your head level should be almost at the same level of ASIS, so that you are able to actually judge even the minor changes which are there. But in this particular patient, the anterior superior spine on the right side is higher as compared to the left side, which can be easily seen. So after ASIS, anterior superior spine,
Sir,
how did you went about the palpation?
Sir, there is the anterior superior right side and anterior superior iliac spine is at a higher level. Both the iliac crests are of the same thickness. There is no abnormal irregularity of the trochanter. However, one can feel that the trochanter is more prominent as compared to the left side. On the right side, it is more prominent. There is no lymph node enlargement.
What about the iliac fossa, the femoral triangle, and the palpation of the femoral shaft?
Sir, the palpation of the femoral shaft is against a non-tender, and following the femur shaft cranially, the first bony prominence which we feel is the greater trochanter. That there is no tenderness there, sir.
How did you palpate the greater trochanter? You are going to the femoral shaft.
Yes.
Femoral shaft itself is a bony landmark.
Yes.
As you go proximally,
As I go
continuing
proximally with the bony landmark, wherever I feel the dip shall be the end of the tip of the greater trochanter, sir. So that area I will palpate as the greater trochanter.
So there are always two ways to palpate a bony landmark. One is feeling the resistance. Second is loss of resistance.
Yes.
So in anterior superior spine, you felt the bony resistance. In case of greater trochanter, you felt the loss in the soft spot. So the tip of trochanter is in the soft spot above that.
What about the girth of the greater trochanter? That means the antro-posterior,
It is bilaterally equal, sir.
they are bilaterally equal in this patient.
Yes, sir.
And where exactly are you feeling the tip of the greater trochanter?
Sir, as
Normally, in a normal hip,
hmm,
you are able to feel greater trochanter exactly laterally.
yes,
In this case, where are you able to palpate the tip of the greater trochanter?
sir, slightly towards the anterior surface.
Is it?
Yes.
You're able to feel it anteriorly
Well,
or posteriorly. You
Posteriorly.
See, when you're putting your fingers down there,
yes.
and the dip that you're finding
Is posteriorly.
right here.
Yes.
Can you feel the tip of the greater trochanter?
Yes,
right
sir.
here. If I show that,
Yes, sir.
so where is it?
Posteriorly.
Posterior. So you are able to feel the tip of the greater trochanter
Posterior.
much more posterolaterally,
Okay.
not exactly lateral. Okay.
There is no fullness in the femoral triangle or iliac fossa or any other no swelling, sir. No gross swelling in any other
Yes,
part.
but did you find any tenderness?
No,
Where
sir.
did you look for tenderness?
Sir, tenderness at the greater trochanter or on Morris bicompression test, sir.
Okay.
There was no tenderness, sir. But
Where else do you look for tenderness? Bitrochanteric tenderness,
yes,
direct tenderness.
Onto the anterior joint line.
yeah, no, there is no tenderness along the anterior joint line or the posterior joint line,
Is
sir.
there a joint line in the hip joint?
Sir, hip being a deep-seated joint, there is no one cannot palpate like knee exactly the joint line.
What is the joint
But-
line? Let's say that. When we say joint line,
Hmm.
what is the joint line?
Sir, joint line is the interface between the two articulating surfaces of a bone.
Fair enough. So where are the articulating surfaces of the hip joint?
Sir, deep-seated femoral head and acetabulum.
Right in the sternum. So where is the joint line? There's no joint line.
No joint line.
So the tenderness that you feel is in the anterior part of the hip joint.
Okay.
So underlying is the uncovered part of the
Femoral neck.
femoral head and neck.
Neck.
Alright, so there's no joint line as such in the hip joint.
Okay.
Okay, so you feel for tenderness, you elicit for tenderness anteriorly or posteriorly. Okay,
Yes.
anteriorly you feel for the tenderness right in the Scarpa's triangle. What is the base of the Scarpa's triangle?
Sir, it is a radiolucent area. Sir, I don't know.
Is a triangle.
Yes.
What will be the base?
Base.
What is the base?
Neck of femur.
Neck of femur. Underlying is the neck of femur,
Yes.
right? And then you palpate for the femoral pulsations,
Yes.
which are normal on either side.
Yes.
If the normal resistance of the femoral pulsation is lost,
Hmm.
what do you call that sign?
Vascular sign of Narath.
What does it indicate?
So it indicates a complete resorption of the humeral head or a posterior dislocation of the femoral head.
Okay, so resistance is lost.
Hmm.
You may find it in fracture neck of femur, or there is a dislocation of the hip joint.
Hip joint.
Correct.